Hello and welcome to another edition of PaynePoints of Interest, where we talk about and answer questions relating to all things in small business. So grab your coffee, sit back, and join us as we start this discussion. Hey guys, I'm your host Sarah Harbuck, and with me today is Michael Payne and our producer Megan Harbuck. And as always, all week we've got special guest David Safir, cash flow expert. Hello, David.
Hello, it's great to be back today.
Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to just jump right into it. There's the old adage that says you got to spend money to make money. Can you offer us any tips when it comes to marketing or advertising or even social media, how business owners should be spending their money to make their money?
Well, from a cash flow perspective, let's take it from that look first. I would suggest that you have underutilized resources with your employees and or any interested party in your business's success. So it costs absolutely nothing for your employees to, whatever platform you're on, for them to go in and retweet, like, comment, whatever it is that's going to get you more visibility in the community. And ask the same thing for your vendors.
So basically, you're talking about engagement, right?
Engagement.
Having people comment and like and share and repost things that they've seen.
Yes, absolutely. My favorite platform, it's the one that's right for my audience, is LinkedIn. And I know that if people engage in the first half hour, I'm going to have a successful post. People will see it. People who are not directly connected to me, etc. And so I actually use what's called an engagement pod, which is somewhere I notify the people who want to be notified about my posts.
Yes.
And they're happy to see it, and then they comment and like or whatever they want to do. But it's a great help for getting the word out, and it is free.
Well, I think you brought up something really interesting there. That you said, you utilize the social media that's right for your business, LinkedIn. And I think that's a really key component here because, not all businesses necessarily could utilize LinkedIn the way you do. They may be better equipped or better. It would be better for their business in general to use something like Facebook or Instagram. If you're like, say, a photographer, it's a great way to put out your profile. Your portfolio. Whereas LinkedIn is it's not quite the same for a photographer, although you can utilize it for networking with other people within your industry. But I think that's a really great point you make because not all social media is equal to the business that you run, and finding those social media that work with your business or that are going to generate the most engagement for your specific business.
Yeah. And then the question's got to be, why are you spending very much time or resources on the others?
Right. We had talked about before in being spread too thin, needing to really focus your energy on the social media that's actually going to garner you clients or customers or income of some kind, rather than having an account under every single social media banner. I feel like that would be, you're right, a waste of time and resources. Knowing who your customer is and which one they're going to be using is probably, I think, half the battle there.
Yes. And so there's a couple of other things you can do. There are some what are called social media platform organizers. I forget the name of the category of software, but one that I use is Hootsuite.
Yes.
And it took some digging, but there is a free version because I don't use it that much, and it helps me get organized. And so that can be a help for anybody.
So PaynePoints also uses that or uses a tool like that. A social media management tool is the category there, I believe, and we use one from Zoho. Zoho is a pretty big online software company. They have so many different tools, but they have a product called Social. And it does very similar to Hootsuite in scheduling posts and tracking analytics on your engagement of those posts as you go, things like that. And we're very happy with it because initially there was a lot of concern that social media networks treated scheduled posts differently than it did, straight organic. I posted from my phone or my tablet or my computer or whatever.
Right.
And I think it's been proven, and definitely give me your experience on something like this if you've done it. But I think what we've seen is that there is no difference. Engagement on those posts is the same as engagement on a post that we would put up normally through, say, my phone on my LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, I haven't seen a difference either. But I'm definitely not an expert, but I'm curious because I know Zoho well. I didn't know about Zoho Social. What's the cost for getting your basic platform on there?
So Zoho Social runs $35 a month. Okay. I do not believe they have a free version, but it runs $35 a month, and you can connect. They do it by brand. So $35 a month gets you your brand, and you can connect one account to Facebook. You can connect a personal Facebook page. You can connect a Facebook business page. You can connect your LinkedIn personal profile, a company page, Twitter, and Instagram, Google My Business. Which is something people don't think about is integrating your Google My Business account with your social media.
Yeah, that's a huge platform. I'm right there.
And a couple, and also on Facebook, they allowed it to add at least one Facebook group where you can automatically post into a group on Facebook. So if you do something like that, and then from there, if you add on additional brands, it's $20 a month for another brand that gets you all those same connections to a different page or whatever.
That's fantastic.
It's really a wonderful product, and their reporting is by far some of the best types of reporting, and it's customizable too.
Wow. So can I make a quick comment on Google My Business?
Sure.
Absolutely.
So that is not really talked about that much, but I did work for a social media company, internet. Well, anyhow, was one of their absolutely key things that they worked on. And they specialize in law firms, not only law firms, but law firms that are like mass tort. And believe it or not, that's a key thing for those businesses. If you're like a coffee shop, max out everything you can on Google My Business, because that is the number one way people are going to find you when they're just doing general searches.
Right.
Definitely.
So I figured as much, and the thing is, I haven't done it for myself yet. Again, like you, a lot of my direct business, a lot of PaynePoints direct business at this point is coming through LinkedIn.
Yes.
But I was always curious about Google My Business and what impact it had on your SEO for your website. The more you interact with Google there, does it increase your rankings and so on and so forth?
It does. It's huge.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. And
that's going to be a big thing to explore for a lot of businesses, especially now in this scenario.
Oh yeah.
Is to keep the fire lit. Using Google My Business.
Right.
Or relight it. Go ask for more reviews. Do the videos. There's all these nooks and crannies in Google My Business that you can fill things out and enhance that will get you more found.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I know that one of everybody up here likes to watch Gary Vee, and his philosophy is document, don't create. And one of the principles there I've heard is, creating a long format type of video or something, and you use something like one piece of content and you break it down into much smaller components. Have you seen that as a successful model for businesses? They say, well, I just don't have time for social media, but they're doing this one thing over here that if they just broke it down into several pieces, they would have all the content they needed across several platforms.
It definitely can help, but if you don't have your fundamental strategy down of where you're going to focus and what your message is, you're just throwing more junk out there.
Gotcha. So you need to have kind of a plan if you're going to do something like that.
Absolutely. How does it fit into your overall plan, and what are the messages? And one of the things I learned early on when I was really trying to use social media is figure out what your core message is and don't deviate. Don't sell coffee one day and the next day talk about your paintings that you make and sell on the side. Stick to your coffee.
So having a consistent message is a key thing there with your social media. Having a theme that you kind of stick to and utilize every day.
Yeah, absolutely. When I travel and I get inspired, and I'll take videos in airports about what I'm seeing and how it relates to cash management. The same thing when I go skiing, and I'll be skiing down, but it's different. But I'm still talking about cash flow management.
You're right, but the new setting is eye-catching, and that might garner somebody going, "Oh, where is he at? He looks like he's on a mountain somewhere. What's he talking about? Let me go listen."
It's like having a theme, like the idea of, your theme is probably going to be extraordinarily boring, right?
It could be.
For most people, let's be honest. For most people, the theme of cash flow management is quite honestly the most eye-glazing, boring thing that they would never read a book on it, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But when you start relating that to things that other people understand, when you stop trying to tell people the theme directly and you tell them a story about that theme, it's a completely different ballgame. Yeah. Now suddenly they have an interest.
Yeah, and so let's throw out another fairly inexpensive resource. There's a book called Story Brand. You guys read that one yet?
I have not.
I 100% recommend to anybody who understands this concept of storytelling to read it, and it will open your eyes and your vision.
Awesome. Well, I will definitely have to make a note of that and let our listeners know.
Do you happen to know the author of that book?
It's sitting on my shelf. I don't know. It's called Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller.
Miller. Okay.
Yep, it's on my bookshelf.
All right, Building a Story Brand. All right, everybody, go out and buy that book. David says it's great. All right, guys, I think that's going to wrap us up for today. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, if you guys have any questions or comments or anything you want to add to today's topic, please find us on our social media. Our website is PaynePoints.com. You can find us at Facebook and LinkedIn at PaynePoints, and Instagram at Payne.points, Twitter at PointsPayne. David, why don't you tell the good folks where they can find you?
You can find me on LinkedIn. My name is David Safir, and on YouTube. Again, David Safir. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to put up new content every week or so, every couple times a week.
Awesome. All right, well, we're going to continue our feature of small local business, and today we're still with Standpipe Coffee House. You can find them at 123 South 1st Street, Suite A in downtown Lufkin, Texas. And as the title suggests, they sell all things caffeinated. They are a great place, just a great atmosphere for hanging out and drinking coffee and being with your friends. And whenever this quarantine is lifted, you guys should head on downtown and get fueled up with the coffee and see your friends that you haven't seen in like a month.
Right.
All right, guys, let's all have a great day and get to work.